friends, welcome to Thoughts and Treasures. It's Connie. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome into my craft room. Tonight I have a wood kit that, well, it's supposed to go into an interchangeable, but it doesn't have to. And I'm going to do it without and show you what it looks like. And it can go into one of, oh, let me grab it. I'll put it over here and it got buried to the side. It can go in one of these little easels. And that's what we're going to do with it because I didn't do the frame yet. But these are interchangeable pieces and they can be put into the frame. I can show you the frame in a later video. But for now, we're just going to do this and we're going to use it in one of these easels. So let's get started. This is our spring arched, is that what we call it? The spring arched frame insert? I don't know. Spring arched. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're interested, just ask questions. And I can definitely get back with you with more information on it. But I don't think I'm going to use these pieces. I just left them in there. It's the back of the window, but I'm going to paint right back here anyway, so you'll see that. So, with all of my kits, first of all, I want to know how you guys are doing. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, all of that good stuff. But with all of my, well, I just want to drop that. With all of our 1/4 inch kits here, they do come with a masking. The top part is in 1/8 inch that does not have masking on it. So please remember, when you get them, you will have to take all of this masking off. It's just tape. Nothing more than just tape. So you'll see that when you start taking this off, and I'm just using a little Cricut weeding tool. Well, it's not really Cricut, but I use it for the violet. It's just one that I got with something. But I used to use it all the time before I got my weeding pens. So we're just going to pull all this off and you will see, and I'll show you. Oh man, I almost had it in one piece. That even though when you take out the back, you're still going to see this because this back piece is scored for your placement. You're going to have to take that off too because basically the laser cuts this. Not very deep, but it cuts it so that you have a placement part. It's called scoring. And this is not important for any of the details, so when we do it, we're just going to paint right over it. If you have something that needs the detail marks, let's see if I can get all this off. Can we do it in one? Can we do it in one? Can we do it in one? Let's see. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Ah, so close. So close. Alright, let me go back in these little pieces. And this really doesn't take long. If for some that have a little bit more scoring marks in it, it may take you a little bit. This one's not too bad. And then just simply throw that away. The paper, the masking allows for the wood to be protected, and you'll see a little bit over here that got it. You're also going to find that when you do these kits, it's just the way the laser is, sorry, you're going to get a lot of, I'll show you, on your fingers, and you can just simply take, it's just a baby wipe. And get lots of, don't do the white glove test, I'll just tell you that much. So I am going to, and again, I know I could do the back simply in the color that I'm going to do the front, but I am not. I am going to do my back black. I do all of my backs black just so they look complete and finished. That is my preference and my preference only. You can do whatever color you want on this. Again, there is no right or wrong to any of this. I'm just going to do the back, because if I have it in the frame, you're not going to see it. If I have it in the easel, you are going to see it. So I just want it to be complete in back. And I personally think that the black hides all of the little char marks the best. Instead of having to do several coats. And again, it's the back. Does it have to look like the front? Nope. Nope, it sure doesn't. And I really tell you, I need to let some of these brushes go. Can you sing with me? Let it go. So these kits are really easy to put together. Like I said, they give you the score marks. You can put the images right where you need to put them. Like I said, sometimes, you know, you want to do something different. Sometimes I don't like the score marks being there, but they will come with it. Say, what happened to my water? My water's gone. I'm going to get this dried up real quick so we can do the front. On the front, I'm actually going to use this Waverly chalk paint, celery, as the background color. Excuse me, as the background color. But even a pretty blue would look nice. I'm just going to keep it more neutrally colored, I guess you could say, like more earthy toned. So I'm just going to give it this I do like this color celery, if I can get it open. Well, let's hope that it's all mixed up, because it don't look mixed up. It's got, you see it in there? It's got color separation. And again, if I wanted to preserve, I don't know where I come up with some of these words. If I wanted to make sure that I could see, guys, just don't listen to me. If I wanted to make sure that I could still see these score marks because they're part of the design, I would use what we would call the sponge method, the dipping, the dabbing motion with the sponge. That makes sure that the paint does not go inside of the score marks. It's the easiest way to do. It's not one of my favorite, I will tell you that right now. It is, whew, you got your arm muscles working on it. You don't like that. But I do want to say, if you guys are new to me, welcome in. I do go live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Time. PM, that is, not AM, because I would not be up that early. Those nights, and then on Sundays I do have a live sale every Sunday, unless otherwise notified. I might have to do another coat on this, so I'm going to dry this. But if you want to join, if you're new, please follow. Become part of our family here. We love new friends. When I go live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we play games, have fun, interact, talk, chit-chat, do all the good stuff. So come join us. We would love to have you. And if you are new watching this, exclamation point new. Let me know where you're watching from, where you're from, a little bit about yourself. Tell us all the things. I love new friends. I'm going to give us one more coat of this stuff. And it might be because I don't have it all mixed up, but that's okay. We're good. I don't want to mix it. And the good part about these videos, remember guys, you can fast forward through the painting. You do not have to watch. I do not edit any of these, but it gives me the option later to edit if I want to. But I want you to see the whole process, how long it takes me to do it, and if you guys have any questions on anything that I do or anything that I mess up, because you know some of this is going to happen, I don't want to edit that out. I want you to see it all. This is something new I'm trying on my page. We're in March of 2025 now, and you know, I just kind of want to give this a try and see how it's going to work on my page. Alright, we're going to put that aside. I think 2 coats is going to be plenty. Then we're going to start putting the birdhouse together. I might even end up doing some polka dots tonight. I'm going to let that finish drying over here. Since we don't need to do it, we don't need it at the moment. Alright, so this is our little house. We're only going to see the front of this, so it's not a biggie. I think I'm going to do my little house. I'm going to do my little birds in blue. Let's put the birds on here before I lose them. I'm just going to use some painter's tape. This is the stuff from the Dollar Tree. Right now, well, when I got it, it was $1.25. However, I have heard some crazy rumors that prices are going to be going up, so yikes. Alright, so I'm just going to put our little, so now like on here, there's little score marks on his wing. You want to be careful because you want to be able to see them. So if you're going to use like a dark blue, and it's going to go, you want to do the sponge method. I'm going to show you the sponge method. I call it a sponge. I don't know if it is a sponge. It could be. And we got our little flower on here. We're going to put our fence on here. This is our little bird hole. Let's get another one. Because I'm going to do the house first. Just get all my pieces off of here. Now, do you remember with these pieces, I mean, this is strong, but it's not going to take much to break this. So, because there's a little piece, like just a little bit holding on to each one. So when you're putting, if you put it onto tape, don't just yank it off. Very gingerly take it off because it could probably snap in half. Most likely, it will snap in half. So I think I'm going to do, because I want to do a pink house with that celery color. I was trying to think something. A minute. This is just a little spacer. You do not need to paint this, so I'm just going to put it to the side. It's to hold the bird up higher, so when he hits the tree, what is this thing? The roof, it will allow it to sit nicely and glue onto that too. So I'm going to start with my thing. I'm going to give this and this a coating of white. These, however, I do not need to worry about, so I'm just going to paint this all in one. I'm going to use, let's see what color I'm going to use. I'm going to use I don't have any open, so we're going to open some up. I'm going to use this pink Polish, Apple Barrel Pink Polish, or is it Polish? Could be. Could be. Did we read it, or is it red? I don't know. English is a very, very tricky language to learn. Because we have so many different words that could be one or the other. Before I put the pink on, though, no, I'm just going to do it. We'll see what happens. If I have to do, sometimes when I do the pink, I like to put a white base coat on first, but I'm not going to. But anyway, yeah, so English is a very tricky subject to learn. We have so many different words. Can you name any words that are like, you know, Polish and Polish, that are spelled the same but pronounced different? Let's hear it. I'd love to hear this one. Tell me in the comments. Or if you already scrolled past this part, I guess you can't tell me. But seriously, I would love to know. There's so many of them out there. I'll get your minds thinking. This pink isn't too bad. Sometimes when you do pink or yellow, it takes a few coats. And of course, it's going to take more than one. because I want it to be nice and bright. So if you put white underneath of it, it will make it pop better, and you won't have to do so many colors of paint on it. Another coat on here. Might have to do 3 because I don't want to see any of the wood behind it. And just like if you were painting your house walls, you put a primer down. Kind of the same concept, except for this paint's cheaper than wall paint, so you know you can, but you don't want to go through several gallons of paint to put it on your wall. I stuck my finger in it. Okay. Stuck my finger in that too. Let this dry. Let's see if that would work. Oh, Sydney. We had storms earlier, and Sydney was not a happy puppy. That's scared of storms. Your dog's scared of storms? I know some dogs don't like them. The last 2 storms we've had, she doesn't freak out, but she's a little anxious, I guess is a good word. Like that. I think that looks good. So there's our little pink fence. Our pink house. So I think this is going to look awesome on here. I like that. That's going to look good. Alright. So now, while that's still drying, put that over there. I'm going to do our house roof and our spring in white. That in here. Let's do some white. Got paintbrushes over here. And this may take a couple coats because I want it to be a nice bright white. And of course you could get the chalk paint out, which is be thicker. But we're just using the simple acrylic, apple barrel acrylic white. I know even Folk Art has thicker paint that gives you a better coverage, but you know, it's all what you have in the craft room. It's all where you shop, what's convenient. You just pick it up and you go. It all works out in the end. Do you have a favorite kind of paint? But I'm going to dry in between. I think I'm going to do the fence, my favorite brown, the nutmeg. And I'm going to do my little bird from the blue. I think it's going to turn out nicely. But I'm just debating this polka dot thing that I've been going on. I don't know if I want to do the polka dots or not. I'll decide once I get this together and see what it looks like. So I could put white on the little house, the bird house. White polka dots on the pink part of the bird house. Try saying that 15 times. that's drying. I'm going to go over here with this. And again, you could use the little makeup sponge for this too. I'm just, however, going to, since I had the brush out, I'm just going to lightly go over the top. I want to keep the dark on the side, so I'm trying not to go over it. I'm gonna give this a quick dry, and I'll give it another coat. Do the same thing again. Take your time. You can use acrylic markers for this too if you want to. Like I said, I just had this out because I did the roof, so might as well not waste any more paintbrushes than I already do. But the acrylic markers are great for things like this. And maybe I'll use that to show you when I do the bird. Might have a nice blue in there. No, because I want to show you the sponge. Never mind. Scratch that. I'm going to do the sponge technique on the bird because you'll see his eye that way and his wings that way. Alright, so we got our little spring. I'm going to set that to the side to dry. And again, if you're doing this project at home, you can do it in steps. You don't have to use the heat dryer to dry everything all the time. It just makes it more simple. I'm going to put this over here with this piece because I'm going to... But you know, you can get up, walk away, let it dry, set it overnight. For video's sake, you know, we got to get things done. So this is my favorite, all-time favorite brown by Apple Barrel. It is nutmeg brown. It is just a pretty color. Oh, well, it came out. Oh, it's got dried up stuff on it. Get that out so I can close it. And then I'm just going to go in, get over here and get a paintbrush. Look, again, this one's a fairly new one. I'm just going to go in and paint my little fence. And I'm only going to do one coat on this because whatever it turns out to be, once I dry it, if it's light and dark, and I'm just going to leave it that way. But I absolutely love this color. Like I said, this is my favorite Apple Barrel brown. And I'm going to take this off before I get some some brown on there. I'll probably fling it everywhere. I'm going to do the window and the windowsill. In the same brown. Just like that. Let's give it a quick dry. And set this to the side. I just wanted to get semi-dry in case it fell or something to the, because you know that would be my luck. Alright, let's get our little bird. I'm going to do our bird in blue. A nice little blue bird. Let's see, what do I want to do? No. Let's use this. This is Ocean Cruise. So with this, I'm going to show you. Oh, let me show you how to knock everything over. Apparently, all I do is I take one of these little makeup sponges. And same thing for the flower, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the flower yet. I'm still thinking. We're just going to take a little bit of the blue. It's kind of like you would stenciling. Load it. Oops. Knock it over. Load it on. Don't mind my plate. Load it on. Load it off. Load it on. Load it off. So you don't want a lot on there. And then you're just going to dab. So just load on. If you have to go over it several times, that's fine. Now I'm going to try not to get anything on his beak because we're going to take our little pin on that. So just like in stenciling, you know, less is more, and then you can always go back. And then just like that, you can see his little eye still there. Go over it again. And this is just simply pouncing, dabbing. And we're going to do the same thing with this little guy. And then I'll do the wings. Same thing for his wings. I'm going to dry this and see if I need to do any more on it or if one coat's enough. I'm going to give him a little, orange piece or a little yellow piece. I'm going to give him a little yellow piece. I think I'm going to go over just a little more because I had to scratch that piece off. There's a little dirt piece on there. Just put a little more on him. A little more on him. And then let that dry. And again, you could just cut this off and use it again, so don't think that it's a waste. I'm gonna do the little paintbrush here real quick. We're gonna do the little hole. I'm even getting paint all over me. Goodness gracious, that was a lot of paint. Thick paint. Just need a little bit. We're going to do the whole black. And then I'm going to take that didn't stay together. I'm going to take that for the beak. Flower. I think I'm gonna do I know, but it's hot in here. Whew. do... No, I think I'm going to do that orange. Maybe I'll do a little purple flower with a little orange center. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see. Or maybe I'll do a, Let's do an orange flower. Because this will be sitting on a brown fence. See, I'm telling you, I am so indecisive. I don't like this either. You know what? Well, we're going to finish painting. I'm going to do a purple flower and do this as the center. Just quick dry. And the good thing about these pens, they really do cover up. So let's go back in. Stop moving. Now these pens are the fine tip. So I'm able to get in around the score marks without messing it up. And I think I'm going to go in. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this one. I like that. And then let's go in with this one and do his little beak. Go this direction. All right. I'll go over this one more time with the purple. See if we can get it just a tiny bit darker. I think I'm happy with that. Diesel eye, is that everything? Well, that'll be. I have a dog under me. Oh, shoot. Catastrophe! See what happens when I can't move? The little puppy is underneath of me. Alright, let's bring our little board over. And again, back, front. Front has the score marks on it. Sydney, you are just all in my... We're going to just glue this on. I'm going to do black dots for his eyes. Oh, polka dots. I was going to do polka dots. Do I want to do polka dots or not? Well, that's a big old crud. I didn't know yet. I'm going to have to see what it looks like together. Now, the one thing, because this does have the score marks, you want to make sure you align your house up to cover them. Hold that for a second. And I do use the wood glue from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to hold it down a second. Make sure it's on there nice and good. And maybe we'll just put the frame, what's this thing called? The roof. And then I can decide if I'm going to do white polka dots. Squish it down, hold it a second. I think I do want to do some polka dots. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my little, we used this the other night. If you guys didn't get to see that video, check it out. I'm going to hold this down. While I do this. So I'm just going to put some polka dots on here randomly. If it gets covered up, it gets covered up. It's no big deal. I'm just dipping and putting them in. Dip, dot. I have to put some more glue under there. Dip, dot, dip, dot, dip, dot. And I'm just going to wipe it off. One piece wants to hold, the other piece doesn't want to hold. Let me hold for a second. Let me hold. Cindy, I gotta move my foot. Cindy, gotta move. There you go. Good girl. You got me cramped up here. Let me try this. I think I might need. I think it's gonna get covered up anyway. I have to put some more glue down. It didn't want to hold down here. I'm gonna try to not mess this up. Put my finger. Sydney, come on, you can't do that. Not put my finger inside of the polka dots. not cooperating with me. Hold. So anyway, sometimes you're going to get a little frustrated with some of these pieces. The wood is straight, but it just seems like one part of it doesn't want to go down. The only glue I do not recommend to do this with is hot glue. When you use the hot glue, it kind of, if you don't get it down quick enough, you're going to have a bigger gap. I'm going to see if this fence is going to hide this, or I have to fix it. Well, I could just fix it. Let's just fix it. Or I got the white on it. It does not want to stay down. You stay down, you. See, and then it pushes over, see? No. I don't know if a clip will work on it. Hold on, let me see. Far back. Yep, too far in. And I just put pink. Oh, gosh. Well, let's just put pink everywhere. Now I gotta fix that. Real time, guys, so frustration. I need something heavy. We'll just let this dry. Anyway, you guys can fast forward through this, no problem. Probably be holding it for the next 10 minutes. I think we're down. Alright, I'm gonna do this as it is. I think we're down fine. Let me get the spring on. Lord. And I say, you really don't need a lot of glue. Just sometimes when the glue gets on there like that, it just, you know. And don't worry if the glue seeps out, because that will dry. we're going to put our little fence down here. It is going to dry clear, so don't even make a big issue about it. Flower down here on the fence. Pretty. I said, where's our window? Stuck that in the paint, so I'm going to leave it right there. Down on top of here, get it lined up, and then our little wood piece. Oh, where's that thing? Don't lose your spacer, because this is where your spacer is going to come in handy. Oh, I love this color, so pretty. The way this is sitting on here, not drying. Now this is where your spacer. So when you put the bird on here, it's going to like fall in. So the spacer is put there. Glue your spacer down, just to help support the bird. I gotta do black eyes on him. Hold on. What did I do with? I'm gonna do the same thing. Oh, I need some black. There's black right there. Put a black eye on him. A little black eye on him. And I just used the tiny point of what we did the polka dots with. So now, getting back to the bird. So this is just going to rest on here. You're not going to see it. What is that? I think I'm getting everything everywhere. What is that piece? Where'd that come from? Let's just cover it up. Let's get the glue again. We're just gonna actually put a tiny bit here, and that should be plenty to hold him. And then we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna put him. You know what? Let's do it the other way around. Come off. Let's put that one over here. I want him facing inward. So let's put him this way, and then this one over here. There. And then we're going to put their little wings on. That way they're both facing in towards it, not away from it. And then And get our other little ring. And there we go. So cute, so cute. I absolutely love it. So this, again, I do have a frame. I did not do it yet, but I will probably this week. But you can just simply put in these little easels, and it's perfect. I absolutely love the way it came out. And you can put little marks around it if you want to. I'm not going to. I think it looks perfect. Just, oh, this easel's not great though. I'm gonna leave it as it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you all, and that is all I have for you tonight. So thank you so much for being here. Remember, thoughts become things, things become treasures. You guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you next time. Until then, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.